Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Haley for those of you who are new to the scene. Hello, how are you? Today's video is going to be a little bit different than the videos I like to film. Seeing as the end of the semester is almost here and my last final is next week, I thought I would just do a college experience video for like my first semester of college. I don't really know why, but I thought it was a good idea to just talk about the good, the bad, and there's a lot of bad, to be honest. But yeah, let's just get started. First of all, move-in day was hectic and weird. I actually vlogged my move-in day. I'll put it in the eye in the corner if you want to watch it. But it wasn't a bad experience per se. It was so much new stuff to me that it was really hard to like adapt. It's still kind of hard to adapt. Like, I've been here for 4 months now. This is like the 4th month and I'm struggling to adapt. I literally have not even gone through probably like half of the campus because I stay on like the one side and then when my classes are on the other side and then that's it. But moving day wasn't bad, and if you don't know, I have 2 roommates instead of 1 because I was put in a triple. Going into the triple, it wasn't like as bad as we thought. Like, it's not really bad at all because I get along with both my roommates really well. But like, in terms of the space, it's actually a lot more space than we thought. It's still not enough space for like a triple per se, but it's still like more than we originally had thought. So like, it's livable, obviously. I wouldn't be living here if it was bad. Moving day really wasn't that bad. I got like hangry really easily though, because long drives give me like headaches, and then my family was kind of pissing me off because they want to organize stuff right away so that when Jada came in, because Jada moved in after me, that it wouldn't be bad, which I get, but also like stress. I have a closet to myself since I have the top bunk, which is supposed to be the worst bed, and it kind of is because I'm so high up, and I always liked the top bunk, to be honest, so I wasn't mad that I got it. But I also don't have enough clothes in this closet for me to need a full closet, to be honest. It's actually kind of interesting living with 2 people that you don't really know that well compared to like your family. I got to know them really, really well, and I'm pretty thankful that they're really good roommates because I would hate to have terrible roommates or have to have one of those like terrible roommate experiences. Like, I would hate that, and I'm glad that I have a good roommate experience. As for other people on campus, my RA, she's pretty cool. Other people on the floor are nice, for the most part. Here goes one of the stories of a person that I high-key hope that I don't see next semester. He's not the worst person I've ever met, because to be honest, I've met worse people, but like one of the first people that weren't one of my roommates or my RA that I met that like I was like, okay, maybe I can be friend, was not a good choice. He's super over friendly, and most people are like, not most people, there are some people that are like super touchy, and one, I hate that, especially if I just met you. Like, he's just like super touchy and like wanting to be all friendly, and like, no, I literally have known you for an hour and a half. Please don't do that. Like, he broke a bunch of my boundaries in the span of that hour and a half, that like I just cannot have that type of person in my life. And he like doesn't understand that multiple times that I've seen him, he just doesn't understand that I can't tolerate that, and that's why we're not friends. There's a lot of other things that happened in the first month that I don't want to talk about because it just makes me sad to think about. They're sad. They're not like nobody died or anything, but like, you know, they're personal things that kind of make me sad, and I don't really want to think about it. Other than that, he was like the very first bad person experience I had, and it sure as hell was not the last. Oh my gosh. Another thing about this college that kind of makes me not like it very much is that I'm not a social person, and since there's so many people, there's so much to do, And I honestly think I would do better at like a quieter college where like there's not that many people and there's not that many parties going on all the time, or there's not many events. Literally the first 2 weeks here, there were so many damn events. I remember like the second or third week here, there was a freaking bouncy house in front of my dorm. Like, bro, I'm sitting here like, is this supposed to be college? Because I feel like I'm at a theme park. I did actually make a couple of new friends here, which is nice. I really do appreciate them for being decent human beings. On the topic of people, I've been to no parties because I cannot stand people, first of all. And I sure as hell cannot stand most of the people here. So I would not like to party with any of these people. I almost went to one because one of my roommates likes to go to parties. And she was gonna take me and my other roommate to a party, and we chickened out because parties and tight spaces and no. Plus really far, and I don't know my way around this campus at all. I know a lot more than I did when I was first here, but still not enough to be like, okay, let's go to this party, because then I can find my way back, because I can't find my way back, and that's why I didn't go to any parties. Adulting is hard. Oh my gosh. Well, so for starters, my parents are not necessarily, they're not super strict, but they're like along the lines of pretty strict. They're like strict on like things that make it seem like they're controlling, and then they're like not strict about stuff that usually parents would be strict about. I don't really know how to explain it any farther, but there's a lot of things that I wish that I did more before I turned 18 and before I went to college that would probably make this an easier experience, because I've only ever taken the bus once, so figuring out the bus system isn't that simple, especially here, because for some reason it's so darn complicated. Like, back at home it's not nearly as complicated as like up here, and I don't understand that. I don't know, I just wish I did more things to like prepare me for the outside world than I did when I was, you know, not an adult yet, but at least like getting the learning experience out of it on my own, and that's kind of the thing that I liked about being at college. I like the freedom that I'm allowed to have. Not that I use most of this freedom, because I literally sit in bed all day and do nothing, but I like the freedom that like college kind of gives you. Like, I hate that I was like just thrown into freedom, but I like that there's freedom. But it's cool. You can go off campus and go, there's so many things off campus that are so close that are like walking distance, or you can take the shuttle or the bus, like I said. But I learned that, and buying my own like products and like meds and stuff is a little bit, I mean, it makes sense obviously because it's my stuff, but you know, I'm not used to doing it because I never really had to do it for myself. So that's new. It's not a bad new. I'm not trying to complain about it, but like, you know, it's different. It's just more different things. When I first got here, I really wanted to work on campus so I wouldn't have to get off campus to go work, and I applied to like 3 different on-campus jobs, and none of them have gotten back to me. Like, this is at the beginning of the year, and not a single one have gotten back to me, and I'm kind of mad about it, which, well, actually, I'm not mad because I have a job now, but that kind of sucks. I now work at Lush as a seasonal ambassador. Literally, first and foremost, I love Lush so much. Their atmosphere is so bomb. The atmosphere is great. It feels like aromatherapy at work. Like, my moods have not been the greatest lately, and then I go into work and my mood is like lifted. Like, I can sit there and plan to go in angry, and the moment I walk in the door, it's like around like October or November, I literally spent the day in the ER because of chest pains, which at first I just genuinely thought I was having a heart attack, but come to find out it's just more of like a psychological symptom. I have pretty bad anxiety. My ER visit was scary as hell. First and foremost, I don't like needles, and this lady had to suck me a couple times because I was so dehydrated. This is like one of the lowest parts of college for me, by the way, so I wasn't eating very much because my appetite was gone. This is also kind of linked to that other personal thing a little bit, but not fully, as to why like I wasn't eating and like wasn't like drinking enough fluids. So they had to put an IV in my arm and do all these like chest tests, and I'm like, just to find out I was fine. Which is great that I'm fine, like physically, like, I wasn't having a heart attack, I wasn't having like any other heart problems, but like I need to be very careful with my stress levels, which but that was kind of a scary experience, and I hope I never have to spend a night in the no, not the night, but like the day, or spend any time in the ER at all ever again, because I don't do well with needles, and I hated having that thing stuck in my arm. But they gave me a lot of fluids because I was dehydrated, and then they gave me some pain medication, and then I went to the doctor, my actual doctor, like the following week, and then I went, like, I was already like in the process of getting medication for my anxiety, but then come to find out that I can get something that will also like help with my moods, so that it would like not necessarily make me depressed. I had to go on some meds so I could start to get back in the swing of things and get my life together, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do for the last like month or so. I've been really trying to like pick myself back up and try new things and just feel better. Back to me, like, trying to pick myself up. I struggle with gaining weight so much, and my acne is trash, and anxiety. That's the things that I wanted to work on while I was here. My skin, supposedly, according to my mom, my skin looks a lot better than it did in the past, because I usually have a lot of scars from where I plucked it off, and blackheads everywhere, and from touching my face. And for a small person like me, I genuinely do tend to eat a lot. And at the beginning of college, I was eating a lot more than I was before, and I was already eating quite a bit. And I did gain some weight, and then when I went into this little, like, pit of, like, really, really badness, it was just downhill, and I took the medication, and then the medication makes me feel better, but then my appetite is suppressed a little bit, so I need to kind of force myself to eat more. And I had went to a nutritionist about it on campus, and I was able to get like a consult of like what can I do to on campus now while I'm here to like gain some weight and make it better. And she was pretty helpful. And on topic of like anxiety, if one of the first things I did like within the first month of feeling like crap all the time was going to like the health center and like talking to someone there. And now I'm so glad that I have that resource on campus, because I don't know what I would have done if I didn't get a chance to talk to somebody that day or the following weeks after. And I'm in a really tough process to get a therapist off campus, because I have a lot of choices, but most of these choices aren't calling me back. So end of the year, I think I am doing a bit better than I was at the beginning. I feel like I'm doing still a little bit worse than I was when I first came here, but at the end of the day, at least I'm making progress to feeling better and starting to reach my goals. Like, I didn't think my skin was actually getting that much better. I didn't think I was gonna feel better. I went into college kind of feeling like crap anyways, because I was just scared. I was scared all the time, and my anxiety just makes me scared all the time, and I feel like I need to be on alert 25/8. Like, even when I'm sleeping, I need to make sure the people upstairs aren't going to break through the floor or something. Like, it was the constant overthinking and all constant worry, and I still overthink a little bit, but not as much, and I'm not worrying as much per se. Let's talk about something a little bit less negative now. I'm glad that I live close enough to home that I could go home as often as I did, because if I went to a college off campus, I don't know how I would do if like the same stuff had happened and I couldn't go home, because it would just be a lot harder to get home, and it'd be a lot harder to get some of the resources that I have as well, like being able to go to my doc back at home. But like, I went home a lot. Like, I hated being here so much, like during this like crappy feeling like moment, that I went home literally every weekend. And my room isn't even my room anymore. Like, half the stuff in my room doesn't even belong to me anymore, and it makes me sad. So I came to college with about, I want to say $1,000 left in my savings. I had a lot of money in my savings during the summer, and then I went on a senior trip with my close friends, and that and then I kept buying stuff, and then kept buying more stuff, and then I got a credit card, and I kept buying more stuff. And then I had $1,000 left, and I had to buy I had to pay for some stuff, you know, like my textbooks and my school supplies and a couple of other like charges to like my student account, which are kind of dumb. And now I'm left with like nothing in my savings account, which is why I'm so glad that I have a job now. I still do work at Tilly's. I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned this, but I do still work at Tilly's like seasonally or whenever I can if I come back home. But while I'm up here at campus, I started working at Lush, and I'm gonna try to make those two jobs like coincide a little bit so I can double my checks and be able to pay for these next expensive textbooks. I wish I never complained to my parents about them making me put most of my checks away to my savings, because look at me, I probably would have still had something left, but what can you do when you're a shopaholic and you can't stop spending money? But it also kind of makes me want to spend money less. First of all, being on campus makes me want to spend money less because, one, I get a meal plan so I don't have to actually go out and buy food. I say as I have just bought McDonald's today. But I don't have to. There's a Starbucks on campus, the Panda Express on campus, there's Chick-fil-A. I don't go to Chick-fil-A that often anymore. There's sushi places, there's pizza places, there's always the dining halls, but I don't really go to the dining halls that often because I'd rather just grab food and eat it at my dorm. But yeah, there's stuff on campus that I can use my meals towards, and it's pretty great. So I don't have to spend money on food as often as I used to, and I don't have to like spend my money on a lot of other stuff, or like I don't feel the need to go shopping very much because I don't really know the mall up here very much, but also I've only gone the few weeks I started working just to go to work, so it's not like I'm going there to explore. I feel like this mall is a little bit too bougie for me because it just seems a lot more expensive than what I'm used to. At least now I'm spending less, and I'm hoping that it sticks that I spend less because I'd hate to like go broke again. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to go over. Overall, college really isn't that bad. Low-key for me, it felt that bad, but when I really look back, I had some good moments. Like I got to explore off campus with my roommates. I literally just did that yesterday with my roommate Jada. And the food here is actually pretty good, like, not gonna lie. And I'm like grateful as hell that I have a mini fridge and a microwave up here, so I can buy like the little stuff from like the little convenience store in campus. It's called Outtakes, and you can buy snacks and buy like microwavable meals and like mac and cheese and noodles and stuff, and you can use your meals on it obviously, but you can also, you know, not have to again spend money, and then you have a fridge so we can store our food, which is nice. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. Check out my vlog channel because I am going to attempt to try Vlogmas one good time because I attempted it once a few years ago and it failed. And I also just have a vlog channel, and I'd hate to let it go to waste. So you should check that out and subscribe if you aren't. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!